And welcome to Weird Mythic Podcast. I'm Naomi, and I'm here with the amazing Serena. And like I said, it's a Weird Mythic Podcast, and we're very excited to be here. It's officially October and spooky season.
Oh my god, happy October.
Happy October.
And I'm moving this month.
I know, don't remind me. We haven't told anybody.
I feel like we mentioned it. Well, I'm moving.
Yeah, by the end of the month, guys.
Yeah. But it'll be
It's a good move.
Yeah.
It's a great move. I just gotta get my laptop so we can figure this shit out.
Yeah, we'll get there though. Don't worry, guys. We've been working on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yep, like she said, welcome back to a Weird Mythic Podcast. This is episode 12.
12. Oh my gosh.
Wow, what are we going to be talking about today?
Today, we're going to be talking about some creepy, spooky games. You know, some of those that you like to play when you were in, teenagers and you got to look at a mirror and say somebody's name, plus a bunch of others.
Awesome. Well, before we get into it, again, I want to mention we have merch, you guys.
Adorable, by the way.
So cute. You can wear us on your body.
Or your face. I just love that. Somebody bought a mask, and thank you. I love that.
And then if you guys did, we're going to have that link down below for you, as well as a promo code. You can use code MYTHIC for 10% off at purchase until October 31st. That's awesome. All proceeds are going straight back into the podcast. Yes. So I really appreciate your guys' support.
Yes.
We love you. Let's talk about some spooky shit.
All right, I'll get started. I'm going to first talk about a Ouija board, or the Ouija board game. So, have you ever played with a Ouija board, Serena?
Okay, I have.
Okay.
I was really little, though, and I was with my stepdad, and we made it ourselves, and those are supposed to be, like, stronger, and I feel like it worked. Nothing, like... We didn't really talk about it. We also didn't close the board out. Which
you always gotta close it, guys. You have to say goodbye.
It, like, moved around a little bit, but I don't know if he was pushing it.
Yeah.
Regardless, it was scary as shit.
Would you play with another?
It honestly depends on who I'm with.
Okay.
And... just the trust I have in them, I guess.
That just depends on who I'm with.
That was the longest traumatic pause
that
ever.
That was awesome.
But honestly, yeah, it just depends on who I'm with. You know, how well I trust those people, because I'm not trying to open myself up to anything with people who are just going to fuck with me too, you know?
Girl, I'm with you. I'm with you. So
I don't think I would, though.
So I've never played with a legit Ouija board either. The only ones I've played with are the ones that you make at home.
Which are the most...
Which I guess so, but
yeah.
I don't remember anything actually happening, because the times that I actually played with the homemade Ouija board, it was always like at my cousin's house.
Should we just like try it real quick?
Should we? Not yet.
Okay.
Let's talk about it
I'm
first.
Like, I got a shot glass in the cupboard we could use.
We would make like our own little whatever it's called, panchet. Thank you. I'm all looking for the word on my paper, guys. I should know this. So we would like make it our own little panchet and our own little, paper board, and we would do it individually. We didn't do it as a group.
Yeah, okay.
So I think that was just because we weren't sure if it was going to work or not.
I feel like it doesn't work if you're by yourself, but unless you're, I don't know, maybe if you're like a practiced
You can totally,
person.
It is one of those board games that you can play with or without people.
That's terrifying to me to do it by yourself.
Yeah. Well, we were in like the room together, and so like you would have the one person at the desk doing their thing, and the other girls are just off doing whatever.
How are you not all hovered around each other, like, watching?
Yeah, see, and I think that's why we did it, because we were like, let's see if it works individually. And I don't remember any of us having any sort of experience.
Okay.
So
how old were you?
Like 12, maybe.
Yeah,
like 11 or 12.
It's always like around that age, I feel like,
it
12, 13 at your first sleepover. Or like one big sleepover where you
you got all your girls around, you're ready to party.
See, we've done light as a feather.
Sugar.
We've done light as a feather, stiff as a board, and that worked for us.
I agree. We did the same thing. I swear
it was that same...
Dude, it wasn't the same party, it was like the
yeah.
same group of girls. And I remember us doing light as a feather, and I'm the one who freaked out and moved my hands.
Did she fall?
I think so, because we all fell. I did. I broke it. I was like, I'm done, and like
Naomi,
moved my fingers.
Pussy.
Dude, I wasn't down. I was like, I got scared. Don't know what it was, but I bounced.
We had this one girl there. It was at one of my friend's house at night. It was in elementary school, so it was before I actually moved over to Hawaii, and there was this one really super, super, super religious girl I remember, and she was like hella mad at us. And then, like, she was just kind of off in the corner. She was scared fucking shitless, bro. Like, we were all kind of... Like, I don't think it scared any of us.
You spook yourself out, but it's also more of an exciting thing.
Because you want to because of the craft. We were like, let's do it!
God, right?
But yeah, that's the only kind of real experience I've had with any games type of thing.
Same here, and I agree that Light as a Feather definitely worked. Yeah. Even to this day, and all of us girls who were there, like, we're all still friends. We all agree that it worked.
Yeah, I haven't talked to any of them since probably that party, honestly, because that was like the summer before I left, I think.
Gotcha.
And I haven't talked to any of them since, but it freaking worked.
I agree with you. Yeah. Light as a Feather works. You just got to have the right people and the right mindset. And you all got
to know that it's going to, like, you have to have the mentality that it's going to work. You can't be like, it's not going to work. Like that. I swear that one girl was sitting in the corner and she's like, Jesus, don't let it work. Like,
just sign the cross all day long. Okay, let me get back into the Ouija board. So I wanted to kind of talk about where it came from. So in 1890, this attorney / inventor / businessman got the patent for the Ouija board in 1891.
Damn.
Don't know if he's like the actual person who created it, because I found another story that in 1886, this guy with the last name Reach and a guy with the last name Kennard were the ones who were in the building that was making the quote-unquote talking board. They didn't call it a Ouija.
It was a talking board, and it was like a parlor game, right?
Exactly, yeah. So the guy with the last name Reach, he was actually a coffin maker. He started making these boards, which I just thought was an interesting coincidence that somebody who makes coffins is now making a game board.
Someone told him about it. Or
something like that. So he started, this guy in 1890, last name Kennard. He started pitching the idea to the talking boards to that guy Reach, and then eventually got over to Elijah Bond, who was that lawyer who actually got the patent for it. And it was first out for the public in 1891. It cost $1.50. So I don't know how much it costs now.
$29.99
probably.
I don't know. You can get them at like Target, Barnes and Noble.
When there was Toys R Us.
That little pink one. Yeah. But that shit worked.
I think it's
so
great.
Scary.
So they became really popular in the 20s. A lot of people were getting into divination anyways during that time. I think a lot of it had to do with after multiple world wars and people just wanting to talk to their loved ones who happen to pass away. So Kennard Novelty Company, they're the ones who really manufactured it from 1891 to 1909. And then they sold it to this guy named William Fold. And he was the one who now owned the patent in 1901 because the other guys just cashed out their money. So William Fold and his brother, who also worked in the company, they were the ones who was like always going through it or like producing it and getting it all out there. Well, something happened between the Fold brothers that I guess Isaac was cut out of the business and William was mad at him. And neither side of the family spoke to each other for like 90 years. And there's no real reason why it happened, except for the fact that something I could find was that William's brother Isaac was so mad at his brother that he actually sadly his daughter passed at a young age, moved her from the family plot. Like, what? That's how big this feud was. But I couldn't find exactly what happened between the brothers to make them completely feud. I think it just probably had something to do with money.
It's always money.
So, sadly, that happened. And then William passed away in 1921. And he had this 3-story factory that was making these boards, right? And along with other type of game boards and parlor games. Well, he was having a flag installed on top of this 3-story factory. And he was chilling on the railing watching this thing go up, and he fell on the ground, died because a rib pierced his heart. Oof. Which I thought was like, what the hell? Like, just very strange, and that's how he died. So his children were then given the company, and they ended up selling it to the Parker brothers in 1966, and that was the first year that they owned the Ouija board, and it sold over 2 million copies by the time that Parker brothers had it. Yeah. So there wasn't much else I could find after that about any history of the board.
So that's just how it came
That's
to be.
exactly. That's how the Ouija board became. It was really just these...
How does somebody think of that?
So I have some theories. There's that thing called automatic writing.
Yeah,
You've
like
heard of
V
it.
talked
V
about.
talked about. Thank you. So that's where a lot of the idea came from, was from automatic writing, and this was a way for people to do it themselves. So yeah, that's the only thing I could really think of that it came from automatic writing. There's also, it could have been originated from China, called Fuji, which apparently means planchette writing. And they had a whole lot of divination back in ancient China that
like
they could talk.
Everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was another thing that I could say maybe that had something to do with it. And there was lots of mediums in the 19th century in China, and they used this planchette writing as a way for divination. They went through Taoist sages to really get through this, and it also had something to do with Kung Fu. So this goes back way back for planchette writing and automatic writing. I think that's mainly where it all came from, and this was a way for other people to get in touch with either deities, spirits, anything you could think of.
That's crazy.
Well, that's the history of the Ouija board. I have not a whole lot of stories to talk about with it.
Do you have anything about the demons that come through?
No, but I did...
Or weird patterns that'll be on the board?
Not really. I didn't find anything concrete that happened with everybody who played it. There was something interesting. I did find out that there was this poet by the name of James Merrill who specifically used the board in the 1970s to write poetry. Yeah.
Cute.
He has a whole thing about it. It's called the Book of Ephraim. It actually won a Pulitzer Prize in 1977.
Nice.
He believed that the spirits were helping him write the poems.
So he plagiarized these spirits?
Pretty much. Yep.
Just kidding.
Yep. He even says, he's like, I was speaking to dead friends who were also poets. So maybe they were like, hey, I didn't get this poem out. Help me out, dude. So
That's dope.
I thought that was interesting. We got a whole book. 560 pages of this one epic poem from this guy.
Damn.
And it was all through the Ouija board. So something kind of cool. Let's see. So I do have a couple of small stories. Nothing that goes together with the Ouija board. Nothing that is matching up
Just
together.
fun to mention.
Yeah. So one of them was this one girl was using the Ouija board and she asked it a question, but nothing happened. Her and her friend were there, and they leave the house to go get something to eat, and they come back. Well, the Ouija board is still sitting on the table, and when they come back, the planchette is moving all around the board by itself.
Oh, absolutely
So
not.
the one friend grabs the planchette, breaks it, sets it on fire, takes salt, pours it over the Ouija board, and then discards it. And I was like, way to go, you, for completely closing that up.
Aren't you supposed to bury it?
I don't know, but they said that she burned it and then discarded it.
Do you have any rules on what to avoid? Because I know you're not supposed to ask when are you gonna die or how you're gonna die.
I think
or how did they die.
I didn't find any rules on how to play it except for the fact that you just need to close it at the end.
Yeah.
Another story that I found that was interesting was there was this kid and he's playing with some of his friends at a sleepover and he's asking the spirit, who do you want to talk to? And the spirit says his mother's name. And he thought that was odd. So he asked the spirit what the spirit's name is. The spirit gives the boy a name. So later on that night, the boy's talking to his mom and asks, hey, do you know this name? She goes, yeah, that's my grandpa. I actually never met him, though. He passed away before I was born. And the boy's like, well, Mom, he says hi.
Shit,
So
that's cute,
I thought that was really
that's
cute.
Heartwarming.
Another creepy one that I gotta put out there is there was this one woman who was playing with a Ouija board and she asked if something is gonna happen when she goes on vacation to whatever state she was going to, right? And the Ouija board said, die, die. And it's D-I-E-D-I. So it said that multiple times, and she thought that was strange. So she, closes the board. 3 months later, when she's on vacation, Princess Diana was in her car crash.
Oh,
Yep.
holy shit, I just got fucking chills.
Yeah, I see it, too. I have it. I have the link, so if you guys want to read it, we got it on there.
My whole body.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yep. I know. Where's my heart? But that one pretty creeped me out. She has a lot more details in it. But yes, it was like within that 3 months, and she goes and sees the news that Princess Diana passed away.
Jesus. Right? I'm so cold right now.
Yeah. So those were my favorite little stories I found. Not a whole lot of information, but you can pretty much Google like your Ouija board experience and you will have so much come up. And it's very interesting to see how people react.
Yes, I can't wait to do this next episode. We're going to have fun during that one. Just all Ouija stuff.
I'm down. I'm down to even play.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool with it.
We will. Maybe.
We're going to figure this out,
I'm all,
guys.
girl, let's go to the cemetery and play. Is that like really bad to do, though?
I don't think it's
because
bad.
I feel like that's just asking for more
I don't
trouble.
have any malice going into this.
Neither do I.
You know, and I think if we keep that level head and if we notice anything that seems quote unquote evil,
we'll open it with a we'll speak about positivity.
Yeah,
we only want to talk to
like we don't want any negative, but yeah, Ouija board history,
Crazy.
Interesting stuff. You want me to go on with my next game?
Yeah, go ahead because I only did one game, so I'll go sandwiched in the middle.
Okay. All right, another game. I want to talk about the elevator game. I'm going to get into the rules because there's a lot of rules, guys, and I do plan on playing this game when I'm in Vegas at the end of October. So I'm going to try. I'm going to figure it out. Watch. Okay. I'll find a room.
And I think I'm going to play the game I'm talking about right before I leave.
See?
Because
we have to do a follow-up game episode, guys. That's where we're at right now because some of these I really do want to try just for the fuck of it. So the elevator game. The point of the elevator game, I guess if there is a point to the elevator game,
the end game
is just to go to the next dimension / parallel universe / whatever. Just something that's not of this world that you're opening up that elevator door to.
No big deal. Just opening a portal to a different dimension.
Exactly. That's the only thing I could figure out why you would do this. But I'm doing it for scientific purposes.
For science.
It's for science. So you gotta be alone in this elevator, and it has to be a building that has at the very least 10 stories. So you get into this elevator, make sure nobody is in this elevator with you, and you press the button to the 4th floor. Do not get out on the 4th floor. Then you press the button to the 2nd floor. You stay in the elevator. Press the button for the 6th floor. Stay in the elevator. Second floor now. So we went from 4th, then we go to the 2nd, then we go to the 6th, then we're back down to the 2nd floor. You completely stay in the elevator the entire time. Then you press the button for the 10th floor. Do not get out. I'm going to repeat this. Don't get out of the elevator. So you're on the 10th floor, you go back down to the 5th, but on this 5th floor, you should see a woman get on the elevator with you. Don't fucking look at her. I don't care how rude you feel. I don't care if you're like me and you say hi to everybody you walk by. You're on the 5th floor, the elevator door opens, and a young woman gets into the elevator with you. As I said, do not speak to her. Do not look at her. Don't do anything. Just ignore the woman, okay? She will try to talk to you. She will look at you. She will try her hardest. She might even call you a cunt. Why are you not looking at me? All right, so you're on the 5th floor. This young woman gets into the elevator with you. You don't acknowledge her at all. She might even look familiar. Ignore it if it's your brother or sister. I'm sorry. Just ignore them. It might not be them.
It's you that walks in when I'm doing it.
Ignore me. Ignore me.
Text me before. I'm like, it's not me, Naomi.
It's not me. So you press the button for the 1st floor. If you press to go to the 1st floor, but the elevator takes you to the 10th, remain on the elevator. You're still in the game. If you press the 1st floor, but the elevator goes to the 1st floor, go ahead and exit the elevator. Do not speak or look back. The game is done at that point. You haven't played it correctly.
Oh, it just gets rid of you?
Exactly. So after you have that woman get on the elevator with you on the 5th floor, you will then press the button for the 1st floor. If you go up to the 10th floor instead of the 1st floor, stay on the elevator. If you do go down to that 1st floor, just get off the elevator, don't speak, don't look back. Let's say the elevator takes you up to that 10th floor. You can choose to stay on the elevator, but if you choose to get off, the woman from step 4 might ask you a question. She might even call out your name. Don't answer her. Don't look at her. Like I've said, completely ignore this woman. Now that you've exited the elevator, you are now in the other world. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people who have played this game, just freaking look it up, guys. They all say they see like this red cross when they're on the 10th floor and they look out. There's a red cross kind of either in the distance or next to you, but there's something about a red cross that I've seen in multiple accounts that people see.
So you're now in hell?
Maybe. We don't know. They didn't say upside down cross.
I know, but the red to me.
I know, right? All right, so you've made it, guys. You're on that 10th floor. You're in the other world or the parallel universe.
The upside down, which you would know the reference if you've seen
I
Stranger
know
Things.
about it. All right, so how the hell do you get back? Let's get back onto the elevator, guys.
My dumb ass didn't even think of that.
So you're really just going to press the same order of buttons from before. And do you remember those?
No, you gotta write it down and have it with you.
So you would get on, you would press the button to the 4th floor, then the 2nd floor, then the 6th, then the 2nd, then the 10th again. That's the order. So you go through those same series of buttons again. Once you get to the 5th floor, you press the button for the 1st floor again. However, this will cause the elevator to go to the 10th floor. So you must press any other button to make sure you don't get to the 10th floor.
Just keep jamming them?
That's exactly what it says. It's like, go ahead, go through all of those buttons after you've done the sequence.
See, I think that's what Lisa Lamb is doing.
Dude, so you get to that other world. You get back into the elevator. You go through that same sequence again.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the 5th floor, if you happen to go back up to the 10th, start randomly pushing those buttons, guys, because the game has not ended and you need to get off. So,
oh, what happens if you get back up?
Dude, just don't get out of the elevator. Period. Yeah. That's what they all say. Don't get out of the elevator. If you go back up to the 10th floor, then you're going to have to redo that sequence of buttons again.
Ugh, this is too complicated for me to play.
You got to either write them down or have them on the piece of paper. So, let's say that it does take you back down to the 1st floor, and it opens, and everything should be normal. If you walk out and things are off, get the fuck back in that elevator. You're going to have to just do that sequence of buttons again.
I'm so not impressed with these rules. Like, they're scaring me. And if you, like, I know I'd fuck it up. I already forgot, like, the first one that you're supposed to push.
4.
Is it?
It's 4.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Lots of questions, I'm sure, because you want to make sure you get these buttons down. Pretty much, though, if you get to that 10th floor on the first sequence, I wouldn't get out. I would just let the doors open and kind of peek around, completely ignore that person in the elevator with me.
Because what if that doors close or something when you're out there?
Yeah, and so there's the story that I did find where the guy got onto the wrong elevator when he stepped out of his original elevator and he wasn't able to get back in time. Yeah. Because you have to get onto this. If you step out of your elevator, what if there's other elevators behind you? You better remember which one you got on and off of.
Elevators all look the same.
That's why you do. That's what I'm saying. Don't get out of the elevator just in case.
Can you have your phone on you? Can you try to take pictures?
I didn't see anything saying you can't have electronics. But I did.
For podcast purposes, I feel like you need to, like,
I don't know.
Get that Facebook Live going.
For real. As I'm pressing the buttons, I gotcha. All right, guys. That's the elevator game.
That's scary as shit.
I did read this awesome, creepy story. So there's this woman who did play this game. And when she got onto the elevator and gets to the 5th floor, that woman walks into the elevator with her. Well, this woman immediately starts asking her for help. Saying, hey, there was an accident on the 5th floor. I really need your help. Will you come with me? The woman who's playing the game is completely ignoring her, not looking at her, nothing.
She's a real bitch, that one.
So she's ignoring the woman who walked in asking for help. And then all of a sudden, that woman starting calling her, you fucking cunt, you bitch, why are you not going to help me? There's people that need your help. Trying to really get her to get off the elevator onto that 5th floor. So she's still ignoring her, completely not acknowledging her until the woman starts to cry. Just sobbing in the corner of the elevator. And that's when the woman playing the game goes up and shakes her shoulder and says, stop it, just stop crying. Get to the next floor. That woman from the 5th floor gets off. And all of a sudden, the woman stops playing the game at that point. She gets off the elevator. She's done, right? apparently she's been seeing the face of this woman, like, randomly throughout the days since she played this game. She's seen her face in crowds. It's, like, random out of your peripheral that she's seeing them. And she started noticing that, well, you know, she started taking the stairs. But as she's taking the stairs are getting longer and longer. Every night she gets home from work, taking the stairs. And she says it's just taking her forever to get through these stairs. And she said that one night she swears she saw the woman again on the staircase. And she's pretty much scared for her life. So it didn't end.
How old was this story?
This story was in 2016.
So is this shit still happening to this
Don't
bitch?
know. It was just a blog. It had a couple of pages, and she says that she's not sure how much longer this is going to go on for.
Bro, the one I have on mine is just they posted on Reddit and then it's gone, and then they never updated us.
See, this wasn't even on Reddit. This was somebody's blog that they were posting it on. So I got the link to it if anyone's interested. But yes, she didn't end it. There's no other updates after 2016, but...
So, like the Ouija board, you need to close out the game.
You need to close the game. I think that even if
a lot of these are like that.
Acknowledge the woman, I think you still need to go through the whole series of buttons and floors so it ends. Because, like, what if this woman that she saw on the elevator really is following her around? There's nothing she could do about it if she's paranormal. The hell are you supposed to do? You don't know if she's a demon. You don't know if she's a ghost.
She needs to go see a psychic because this woman's attached to her.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's terrifying.
Freaking creepy. But that is the elevator game. I will report back to that one because I really do want to play. I do.
That's terrifying, Naomi.
One of the oldest postings I could find on when the elevator game came to be the elevator game.
It originated in Japan, right?
Yeah, I have that. It was from South Korea in 2010.
Korea, okay.
And that's the earliest time I could find of someone playing this game. So
yikes.
Creepy.
Well, I have a story.
All right.
Okay, the one I'm doing scares me a lot because a lot of these games are called games. This one's called a ritual.
Oh, gosh.
So it's the 11-mile ritual. All right, so the 11-mile ritual is a ritual that if completed, the player will have one wish granted to them.
All right.
So the rules of the game: play the game at night when there isn't a lot of traffic on the road. Head out to a stretch of back roads. Make sure your radio and cell phone are turned off. To find the road, you must begin driving with the thing you most desire in your mind. The road doesn't actually exist in the real world, so it won't have a road sign or show up on GPS. Mm-hmm. They say you'll know when you found the road by either a feeling or a change in the atmosphere around you, possibly also maybe some visible signs. So, for example, if you're in search of wealth, you might spot shimmers on the empty branches of trees as if they resembled the shine of gold or diamonds.
Okay.
Take a deep breath, steel your nerves, and make your turn onto the road once you find it.
Huh.
You're going to be surrounded by trees on this road, whether you were previously or not. That could be another of the first signs that you're on the right path. Each mile is meant to test your resolve, and the test will become more terrifying the further you travel. How badly do you want to see what you desire manifested? Mm-hmm. Some say finding the road itself means you're serious, but are you ready to receive it?
I don't know.
All right, let's get into it. So mile 1. As you begin your journey, you'll notice that the temperature will begin to drop in your car. This is the sign that you have found the right place. It's only going to get colder. Mile 2. Temperature drops even more. Now is a good time to turn on the heater. You're about to get into the thick of things.
Oh, jeez.
Mile 3. If the road was paved before, it no longer is. You'll now find yourself on a dirt road. You will begin to spot silhouettes and human-shaped shadows in the trees and along the road. Ignore them. No matter how close or menacing they may appear, you must keep your eyes on the road.
Okay.
Mile 4. Those shadows you saw before will disappear. But now you will begin to hear whispered voices. Try to tune them out.
Like in your car? I don't know. I'm like, are they in my head? Are they in the car?
No, like you're actually going to hear them
my gosh.
in the surroundings. So listening or trying to determine what they are trying to say will only draw them closer to you. And you do not want them getting any closer than they already are.
Okay. I don't like this. I'm going to be having to have like a song playing in my head. Like.
Or earmuffs.
Something.
Mile 5. The trees around you may suddenly disappear, and you may spot a beautiful lake lit by a gorgeous full moon. Do not stop the car. Keep driving, no matter how alluring the images you see are. Stay on the road. Keep driving.
Okay.
Mile 6. You're halfway to your goal.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that means that the tests are going to get more difficult. The trees will return here. The stars and moon above you will disappear. Your headlights will begin to flicker as if they are going to go out. Your radio will turn on, and a voice will speak to you about your greatest fears, underlying the danger that you're in. You won't be able to turn the radio off, so don't even try.
Well, the
Ignore
radio
it.
is turned off anyways, right?
Yeah, but it just turned on by itself.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Keep your eyes on the road. It will begin to twist and turn more, and you don't want to have an accident.
Wait, the car itself's going to be moving, and you're trying to keep it on the road?
The road is now
road.
twisting and turning. So
Okay.
you're driving still this whole time, right?
Right.
On the road.
Okay.
So now you don't really have to pay attention. Don't
Gotcha.
go off
Okay.
of a cliff or something. All right. Whew. Mile 7. The voices will return, but now they won't be whispering. Now you'll hear distant screams coming closer by the moment. One of these voices may sound like it is right in your ear. Like it is speaking to you from the back seat of your car. Do not turn around to look for it. You may not like what you see. And again, you risk driving off the road.
Just eyes on the road, guys. That's all I can think. Don't listen to anything. Don't look at anything. Just stay on the road. Eyes on the road. Got it. Okay.
All right, mile 8. At the 8th mile, the road is going to become even more treacherous with deadly turns, and your distractions will double. The shadow figures you saw in the trees before are most definitely following you now, and you'll hear their voices and their claws along the side of your car. Your headlights may go out for a few seconds. If they do, you can slow down, but do not stop driving. You do not want them to catch you.
Okay. As you're saying, the road's getting more treacherous, and then my lights go out. Great.
Mile 9, your vehicle's going to stall. Close your eyes and try to restart it. Do not open your eyes until the car restarts. You are surrounded by creatures. They will fall back when the car starts again, but until they do, they are going to try everything they can to distract you. Ignore sounds, voices, etc. Your only goal here is to restart your car and continue driving.
Okay.
Mile 10. You're almost there. At this point, the voices will stop. You may be tempted to look in your rearview mirror to see if the creatures are still following you. I assure you that they are. Do not look in the mirror.
Got it.
Do not check your back seat. Keep driving.
Okay. Something's in the car with me. I don't know what to do.
You're
I
going
don't
to have
know,
to
man.
cover your rearview mirror.
I guess.
Mile 11. Your vehicle will once again lose power, but it will not stop moving. You may see a glowing red light ahead of you. You are no longer in control of your vehicle's movements, so don't even bother trying. Close your eyes. Cover them if you need to. You do not want to see what's around you at this point. Do your best to tune out the voices around you. The cold will be replaced by heat. This is, by far, the most excruciating point in your journey. Some say you're being drawn through hell itself. This should only last for about 30 seconds or so, but it will be the longest half minute of your life. Your fucking car is driving itself.
I don't know, man. There's a lot going into this game too.
All right, the dead end. Once power returns to your car, the noises will fade away and it's safe to start driving on your own again. In a short distance, you will come to a dead end. Stop the car, relax, close your eyes, and focus on what it is you desired.
Okay.
Why did you take this journey? What wish did you want fulfilled? Once you've done this, you can open your eyes, at which time you'll discover you have returned to the beginning of the road.
Oh.
If what you desired was material, check your trunk first. If it's smaller, it might be in your back seat. If it's really small, it may be in your pockets, but it will be there.
Oh.
If what you desired was not material, drive home and pay attention to your life. In the next few days, your desire will manifest in some way. Warnings.
Yes, thank you.
Aside from the warnings listed in each of the individual mile markers, here are a few more things to keep in mind if you play the 11-mile game. Do not roll your windows down for any reason. Mm-hmm. Do not use your cell phone. It probably won't work anyways. Just don't. Do not turn on the radio in your car. Do not get out of the car at any point until you've returned to the beginning of the road.
Okay.
Do not drive over 30 miles per hour on this journey. There's too much going on and you could have an accident. So it doesn't say it won't work if you don't. So I'm thinking, I can do that.
I don't know. Just drive like you're in a residential area, I guess.
Right. So that is the 11-mile game.
All right. Are you going to play it?
I want to. Until I got your reactions.
Well, yeah. I guess
Okay, what mile was the scariest for you? What would be the most difficult mile for you to get through? Like, what part of it?
Okay, so there's, like, the 3rd mile where you start, like, hearing the voices.
Is that the one?
But once you get to, like, the 6th or 7th mile, they come back and they're, like, hella close, right?
Mile 7's the one where they're not whispering and they're, like, pretty loud.
That's the one that would get to me is mile 7.
See, for me, I think it's the one where my car stalls. Mm-hmm. And you have to close your eyes until it turns on again. Because I'm not good at closing my eyes if there's, like, noises happening around me.
Yeah. I just can't deal with... If there's loud noises, I'm gonna look to see where that loud noise is. I just...
Yeah, you're gonna see some shit.
I'm gonna look.
Whew.
Like,
yeah.
And just, especially, like, audio things, if I hear something and don't see it, I'm definitely looking around to see where the hell that noise is coming from.
Yeah. See, and for me, like, I always get the feeling, if I'm driving at night and I'm listening to a scary podcast, I always feel like there's something in my back seat, and I always immediately look into the rear view mirror. I would do that, like...
And then you're gonna see something you don't want to see.
Exactly. So I feel like I'd have to, like, cover it with something.
Yeah. I don't know. That one seems interesting. I'm definitely down to try it as well, but it's another one of those, you gotta play it on your own, huh?
Yeah. Yep, you have to do it by yourself.
Yep, you can't play anything together with the elevator game either. You have to do it individually.
If you did play the game, what would be the thing you would most desire?
The most I desire? Well, right now, I'm just thinking about money. So, like, money right now would probably be the thing I most desire. But besides that, I can't think of anything real material-wise that I would want, you know.
Yeah, me neither.
Besides money, which I think a lot of people would agree with, like, just want some money. Yeah. Or if there was no money in the world, that would work too.
I don't know if I need money bad enough to risk it. And
That's
play
what I was
game,
saying.
But...
Yeah, like, I'm not that broke.
Yeah, I'm surviving.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think that would probably be...
Because the ritual gets me. I'm like, you're making a deal with something at that point.
You definitely are.
Yeah, and the red glowing light reminds me of what you see on the 10th floor of the elevator.
Hello. Good. That's a good point.
So you're.
I didn't think about that.
Know. That's why I said that when you said the red glowing cross.
The red light and the
there's
red
a red glowing
cross.
light in mine.
And that's the thing with the elevator game. You don't get anything out of it. Like, you don't get a wish. You don't.
Yeah.
Prosper off of anything, but at least with the 11-mile game, you might have a wish come true.
Even if it's worth it to you guys to go put yourself through this? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Is it?
Let me work it.
Put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
All right, what's next?
I got another game for you. This one is honestly one of my favorite paranormal games. This is one I don't think I'll ever play.
Is this the hide and seek?
This is the hide and seek.
I will never play this game. You could not pay me enough.
This is one person hide and seek. And so when I was doing research on this, I was also like in the middle of cooking. So I got the ingredients for you guys for this game. So you are going to need 1 stuffed doll, a sack of uncooked rice, nail clippers, a sewing needle, specifically red thread, something sharp, knife or scissors will do, or just something that has a sharp edge. You need to have a bathroom that has a bathtub in it. So if you have a bathroom that doesn't have a tub, you can't play this game.
Get a hotel room.
Maybe.
Can you play it in a hotel?
No, I don't think you can play it in a hotel because you need multiple rooms. Okay. Exactly.
Get a penthouse suite.
Or Airbnb it.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that when we do the Ouija board.
We're going to Airbnb so we can play all these games. All right, so you need a bathroom that has a bathtub in it, a cup of salt water, a TV, a good hiding place, and some incense burning.
We have some
incense right now. Your directions. You need to first cut open your doll, remove all of the stuffing, replace that stuffing with the uncooked rice, clip off a piece of your fingernail, and place it in the rice inside the doll. Using the needle and red thread, stitch up your doll. but don't snip the thread. You need to use the remaining of thread to wrap around the doll and then tie off the end. So don't snip it. You then go to your bathroom, fill your bathtub full of water. The room where you will be hiding needs to be purified with the incense. You need to make sure the TV is set up in that room and place the cup of salt water next to the TV or just next to you in the room, along with that sharp object, the scissors or knife. Then you need to name your doll. Yep. Give it a name. Make it personal.
Little bitch.
Who knows? Little B might work, you know?
Little bitch.
All right. You got your bathtub full of water. You got your doll with its name and your fingernails and everything in it. All right. Wait until 3 a.m. At 3 a.m., you need to look at the doll and say, the doll is it first. You need to go to the bathroom, then submerge that doll into the water and leave it there. Do not take it out. You then must turn off all the lights in your home, any type of lights. This also includes like your Wi-Fi lights at this point. You got to turn your Wi-Fi off. So sorry.
Oh, hell no, am I unplugging?
Use your data. Use your data, okay? All the lights in the home are turned off. Go to your hiding spot and turn on the TV. Close your eyes. Count to 10. Once you get to 10, you can open your eyes, grab that sharp object. Go to the bathroom. Take the doll out of the tub and say, I have found you, doll, but use their name.
Little bitch.
Little B. I have found you, little B. Then you take the sharp object, you cut the red thread that is binding the doll. You then say, you are next it, little B. You then put the doll back in the tub. Run. I mean, freaking run, dude. Back to your hiding space. Stay quiet. Don't make any noise. Yes, the TV is still on. How to end the game.
I'm already done. I'm deceased at this point.
So, you take a mouthful of the salt water. Do not swallow it, okay? Just mouthful of salt water. You then leave your hiding spot and start looking for the doll.
Salt water in your mouth this whole time.
Salt water in your mouth. Oh, and by the way, this is also important. Salt water in your mouth and that cup that had the salt water in it, don't let that leave your hand. Carry it with you with the salt water in your mouth. Look for the doll, okay? So salt water in your mouth, salt water in the cup, in your hand. Look for the doll. So you're looking for the doll. It might not be in the bathroom, guys. It might not be in there. You actually have to look for it. Remember, you're playing hide and seek. So you finally find the doll, okay? You find it. Hopefully. You then spit the salt water from your mouth onto the doll. And you pour the rest of the salt water in the cup onto the doll, okay? Got that?
So messy.
You then have to repeat, I win, 3 times. You let the doll completely dry. So, completely dry. It can't be wet at all.
You have to sit there.
You have to sit there and wait for it to be completely dry. You then burn it. Then you discard what is left.
This doesn't sound fun.
That's it. That's the game, guys.
Oh, I don't like that one.
I don't find a whole lot of, stories on this,
what
except for just people saying, yes, I heard things rummaging in my house. Yes, the doll was in a different place. But I don't hear of people being haunted afterwards or anything like that.
Physically seeing the Chucky doll run at you.
They don't see that. Okay. They just kind of hear things in their house. And then, I did read one story that this woman, it sounded like somebody was opening the cabinets in her kitchen. And she was able to end the game. But when she went into her kitchen, all the cabinets were open. So, and she knows that she closed everything. You're supposed to in your kitchen, but
unless you're a man.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yes.
I will not play that game.
Yeah. So,
why is the TV on?
It didn't say. Just
is it talking to you
it
from
might
the
be.
TV, like poltergeist status?
It might. And that's the whole thing. You're just supposed to have the TV on and leave it alone. That's the only electronic thing it says to leave on in the house also, because it tells you to turn off all the lights.
Absolutely not.
So yeah, could definitely.
I'm just picturing this squishmallow from my daughter's room, coming for me. Or
no. No.
Grabbing the scissors that I use to cut the thread.
Right. Well, I got another story for you. Or a game. Another game for you.
Okay, let me recover. Give me a second.
Yep. Because, I don't know, man. If I just saw the doll in a completely different place than the bathroom.
I'm already noping out.
That's it for me.
Yeah.
I know something happened.
I wonder if that's, what happened, Annabelle. Maybe somebody played the game and then
they didn't spit on her? Maybe. Yo, maybe. Creepy.
Where did that game originate? Japan?
Another Japan.
Oh my god, you guys, why?
I don't know why. A lot of these came from Korea and Japan. I still want to visit all those countries, but somebody tell me why there's creepy games. Like, I just want to know. So.
Ugh, not a fan. Okay, let's go. Next story.
All right. So, I actually have like 3 other games we could talk about, but this one is really creepy also, and it also has to do with a bathroom. So, this one's called Dry Bones. I've also heard it be called the Midnight Man or the Midnight Game. Why is it called Dry Bones also? Couldn't tell you. All right, so your ingredients for this game. You're going to need a bathroom mirror, a match, and a candle. You're going to need to close all the doors and windows, even the cabinets in your house.
God, they better already be closed.
Everything be closed, okay? Then this one, you have to absolutely turn off all electronics and lights in the home. So I go back to the Wi-Fi box. Turn off your Wi-Fi box. It won't work unless everything is turned off. As soon as everything in the home is turned off, everything's closed, everything's just shut off. Think of a wish. And you can wish for anything, just as long as it doesn't cause harm to others.
Oh, that's cute.
So, yeah, right? Just make a wish. Exactly at 12:01, you must go to the bathroom and look into the mirror. If you hear a noise, the demon is there. And to end the game, you must leave your home. Period.
At night?
Yep. 12:01, leave the home.
Okay, you have to do this when you're by yourself.
You do. You have to play this one alone also.
So
you can't have
nobody's sleeping in your house.
Nothing. Yep.
Kids are gone. Kids are at grandma's house.
Uh-huh. So, if you don't hear a noise, make your wish and light your candle. Wait for the match to burn itself out. Do not blow out the candle or the match. Let the match, again, burn itself out. I did see a few people talk about how it's supposed to burn for at least 15 seconds, but I also heard like 10 seconds works, but it should not go over that 15 seconds, which I don't think matches stay that lit that long anyways.
Unless you have like one of those friggin' weatherproof, which are the only matches we have in this house.
So, again, do not blow out the match or the candle. So as soon as the match does go out, you lie down on your bathroom floor and you say, "I'm aware of your presence and I welcome you into my home. Come now."
Nope.
You then get up from the bathroom floor and you go into the largest room in the home and you wait there. You don't move. You stay in that room. Serena's all looking at her bed, like room closets.
I was sizing up the room we're in.
So, you're in this large room and you're waiting. And remember, everything is closed, so close that freaking door behind you, okay? If you hear moaning, specifically moaning, the demon or entity is there and ready to play.
I pass away.
If you hear anything besides moaning, leave the home and go outside. Don't come back in. You have to stay there till the next morning. Yeah. So
don't forget your fucking keys on the way out.
I'm going to repeat that. If you hear moaning, the game is ready to play. If you hear anything besides moaning, get hell out of Dodge. Okay? Leave the home.
Okay.
As soon as you hear the moaning, you need to get to a hiding spot. Like, ASAP. You heard that moaning? Find your hiding spot and don't leave there until 3 a.m. You better...
For 3 hours?
Mm-hmm. 3 hours.
How are you going to know? You have to have your phone on you.
Or an actual watch. I'm not looking at my wrist like one of these things.
I guess watches exist. That's true.
All right. So let's say it's 3 a.m. Nothing has found you. You've been in that spot.
What if it finds
you? You win. You won. At 3 a.m., you've won. Okay? Cool.
What if it
you can now... I don't know, actually. I'm going to get to that real soon. All right, guys. So we've stayed in this hiding spot till 3 a.m. And we're good.
Your neck's hurting now.
Like me, I would run to turn on all the lights in the home. And then as soon as you turn on the lights, you say, "Thank you for playing, but you must leave now. You are no longer welcome."
You have to say that.
You have to say that. If you win, you will hear a groan, and your wish will be on the front porch the next day.
You better tell that motherfucker he ain't welcome no more.
But what's weird, No idea what happens if the demon or entity finds you. Have no idea what happens if you don't hear a groan at 3 a.m.
No one's lived to tell the tale.
Exactly. And I do know that if how you're supposed to run back outside if you don't hear the moan or if you hear a noise or
That's not the moan, yeah.
It doesn't say when to come back inside. But all the stories I've read is they waited outside till the next day.
Yeah, I just move out of that.
Yeah, I never, that can own the home.
Yeah, I never return.
So, yeah.
Yep, not playing that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I would play that either. And
No.
I'm legit, I would not play the doll one. This one I'm a little more like,
Naomi.
yeah, I'll try it. Let's see what happens.
Naomi.
I know, it's stupid, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, those are our games, guys. And,
Okay, what was the scariest one to you?
Okay, I honestly think that the 11 Mile Road game is pretty scary. And that's only based on the fact that there's going to be noises coming at me that I can't see.
Hello, the groaning.
The groaning, I guess I'm supposed to hear it. Like, you're supposed to hear the groan and now you have to hide. But I don't know. I think another thing why you're like the 11 Mile Road game just kind of resonates with me is the fact that you're on this long stretch of road that you actually might be familiar with.
No, it doesn't exist though.
Well, that's the thing. You start off on the road that you're familiar with because you know it goes more than 11 miles.
Do it on your way up to Sutter.
Well, I can't because it's on a highway.
Oh, true.
However,
get off on Wheatland.
I do know a few back roads that I could definitely play this game on. I'm thinking like if all of a sudden I'm on a road that I don't recognize, I'm really going to be like, holy shit, like something's really happening.
Yeah, and you have to like completely give in. You have to be like, this is going to work.
Exactly.
Type of thing. I don't know if I can bring myself to that mentality of, oh, this is going to work. I think I'd be like, nah.
That's why I think I like with the doll or even the Dry Bones game, I'm like, that could totally be me being crazy in my head. But if I'm driving down a road that I sort of know and then it changes and then I'm hearing things yell and scream at me.
And then all of a sudden you're back at the beginning of the road. It's almost like you lost time.
That's what I'm saying. That would scare me more than the doll or demon who might kill me. I don't know why.
No, I feel like...
just how it is, I guess.
I feel like that one you just read was the worst.
Yeah. Because there's something going through your home.
Looking for you. And
Look
at where am I going to hide?
I was thinking that too in my apartment. Where am I supposed to go?
I'm going to get in there. Or what?
That's what I was like. Can I get into a closet and like cover myself up? Can I do that? I don't know.
What if you hear the closet door open though?
You just gave me chills. I'm thinking, so I'm in my closet and we got all kinds of blankets in there because, you know, it's summer. So all of my winter stuff is in my closet.
I would pass away. And you know you get really hot when you get like
nervous.
Hiding or you're hiding under your blanket. You get hot. You're going to fucking die of heat stroke.
I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah.
That scares me too. Yeah, I couldn't do that one.
Yeah. Well, I want to know if you guys have ever played any of these games or any of the other creepy games that we like to play to get us to see ghosts or some type of entity.
Dabble with demons. Yeah, not a fan.
No, not particularly.
I don't know if I'm going to play any of these after
discussing them.
Something about it. We were talking about it in the office. Yeah. I'm good. It didn't hit me. Something about sitting in my living room in the middle of the night recording this is different.
It is. It is very different when you actually have to talk about this because we're putting ourselves in that situation. Like, what would I do? Now that I know the rules, now that I know what I'm supposed to be expecting, how am I going to react to that?
It's okay. I don't remember the rules. I'd never get that far.
I think I pretty much know the elevator game like by the back of my hand at this point. Like, I'm not like 4, 6, 4, 5, 10.
She's going to Vegas soon. She's going to Vegas this month, you guys.
Yeah, let's
stay tuned.
Let's see what happens. Yeah. All
right. Well, that's it for our Haunted Games episode.
Thanks again, guys.
It's been fucking real.
Let us know what you think. And in the meantime, we have social media.
Yeah, give us a follow. What's our Insta?
Weird Mythic Podcast on Instagram, as well as Facebook.com/WeirdMythic. And please send us an email at weirdmythicpodcast@gmail.com. I want to know if you guys have better stories than what we got from these games. Come on, let me know what's up.
Come kick it on Twitter. At Weird Mythic. We have our personal pages as well linked on there. Yeah. Again, you guys, we have a really awesome promo for our merch. We'll link that down below. We have 10% off with the code Mythic. And ending on October 31st.
Don't we also have a giveaway coming up for October?
We do. Oh, yeah. We can actually talk about that right now because it's October 1st. Shit. Okay, so yeah, guys, go to our Twitter. We are going to have everything about the giveaway on there. And you guys could possibly win some merch.
Yeah, we'll have to send it over to you. So we'll post more about that, like, right now.
Go there. Go, go, go.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.